Hi, welcome to Potato Fire Reviews. Today I'll be talking about the Jamo C910 subwoofer. In 1966, a Danish carpenter named Preben Jacobsen started building loudspeakers in his hen house, which eventually blossomed into Jamo. At one point, around 1994, Jamo was Europe's largest speaker manufacturer, having over 400 employees. Recently, I had the opportunity to audition one of their bookshelf speakers, and I was highly impressed. The C910 is a powered subwoofer rated at 50 watts and has a 10-inch driver, which is here. The built-in amplifier is of Class D circuitry and allows the frequency to get as low as 32 Hertz. Jamo has other options such as the C912, which has a 12-inch subwoofer, and an S-line, which is a compact subwoofer for folks with limited space. This subwoofer has an MSRP of $299, but I only paid $164 while it was on sale. This enclosure is pretty huge for a 10-inch subwoofer and weighs 29 pounds. On the front, there is a 3-inch port and a small LED, which is red when on standby and turns blue when it's playing. It has a white veneered exterior, which was done exceptionally well. There's a grayish cloth grill, which is attached with metal pegs, and I'll show you. This is the grill and the pegs. This is how the subwoofer looks from the back. It has basic controls on the amplifier's plate. There is a volume and frequency knob, a phase switch, and RCA line in and LFE inputs. I connected the subwoofer using line in to my amplifier's pre-outs using dual subwoofer cables. If your amplifier has one subwoofer output, you will have to use the LFE and a single subwoofer cable for connection. The frequency knob is between 40 to 200 Hertz with dashed markings. Jamo could have printed more numbers around the knob to assist the user to set the frequency, such as 60 or 80 Hertz. I normally set my frequency between 60 to 80 Hertz. This switch is the phase switch, which I touched earlier. In a nutshell, if your subwoofer and speakers are on the same side of the room and pointed in the same direction, the phase should be set to 0. From my knowledge, if the subwoofer and speakers are on the different side of the room and pointed towards each other, set the phase to 180. Right here is the WA2 port. You can purchase Jamo's wireless subwoofer kit for $199, which allows you to eliminate the cable between your subwoofer and amplifier. Now, for the big question, how does it sound? The C910 will enhance your speakers to produce a more full sound that will have some thump. It will not knock pictures off the wall, but the bass addition is quite noticeable and remarkable. The bass is tight and clean at low to medium volumes. As the volume gets louder, it starts to distort and gets a little muddy. I would recommend the subwoofer for people who want to add some punch to their home theater or for casual music listening. If you're someone who has an audio system where speakers are towed in and there is a specific listening spot, I would recommend a subwoofer that is more powerful and extends lower to bring out really low notes. The C910's amplifier is rated at 50 watts, which is not a lot. So basically, this subwoofer is ideal for a small to medium room. If you're hesitant and think 50 watts RMS is too little, keep in mind that ported subwoofers are way louder than sealed subwoofers that are rated at the same RMS. I moved the subwoofer around to find where it would sound the best and found its sweet spot to be between my bookshelf speakers and about 10 inches from the rear wall. There's not a lot of subwoofers that cost less than $200 to compare the Jamo C910 to. However, there is a Polk PSW10 that costs $150 and an ELAC sub 1010 for $130. I would purchase the Jamo over those two options because the Jamo has a modern look which will beautify your room instead of having the traditional black subwoofer box in the corner. Jamo is owned by Klipsch, which is a renowned speaker brand. Personally, sometimes I get annoyed with Klipsch because their products, which include Jamo, would randomly go on sale. I wouldn't be happy if I bought something and in a few days it was 20% less. If you're interested in purchasing this Jamo subwoofer or any Jamo products, I would actually suggest subscribing to Crutchfield's newsletter, which gives updates on manufacturer sales, and in addition, they have an awesome 60-day return policy. Well, that's it for my review of the Jamo C910 powered subwoofer. If you enjoyed this content, give me a thumbs up. To see more videos like this, consider subscribing. Until next time, cheers.